Hey, natural progressive, call me Chris. If you talk to me on social media, I'm fine with you using my first name. Uh, Not particularly fond of my whole name. Things have I've been doxxed before, had people give out my address and phone number and all that. So yeah, but call me Chris. That's fine. So I'm trying to catch up on videos. I take notes through the week. I've been working like a dog. I have huge bags under my eyes to show for it. I have had a lot going on, and honestly, from my last video, you could probably tell I'm a little stressed about what's going on in our world, on our planet, and it doesn't help to get people who are just listening to fringe scientists. they they're the equivalent of flat earthers to me. They're not listening to the science. They're just jumping on board this group. Maybe they're in denial. Maybe they think the second coming is what all this is. I don't know. I don't understand the religious groups and all that don't really care about the climate crisis. But I guarantee you they'll care when their children are starving, when they don't have water for them. That's when it's going to hit home for them, and it's going to take that to make it hit home. But what I want to talk about right now is the immorality of being a billionaire. Yes, it is immorality to be a billionaire. When you could solve the world's hunger crisis, you alone can do that. It is immoral not to. Certainly, if I had that kind of income, I would do good with it. I have very little income, but what I do have, I help people with. I try really hard to do that. It's in my heart, it's in my soul. If I have the ability to help someone, I will help someone. Um, for instance, we have chickens. Our chickens lay eggs. We give those eggs to our neighbors that are less fortunate than us. It's immoral to have more resources and money and just things that could help your neighbors, your friends, people you don't know. It's immoral to have that and not help someone. So I know they call it aspirational, but if that's aspirational, that's not what I aspire to. I don't aspire to making as much money as I can before I die. And that attitude is going to literally kill all of us. So I'm sorry. I'm, if you make $1 billion, and you hoard that and the resources and don't help somebody, yeah, sure, they give to some charity or whatever. Give it all away. Give all but maybe $1 million. You can't survive on $1 million. It's immoral. It's flat out immoral. If your religion tells you that it's not immoral, I don't want any part of your freaking religion. Get it out of my face. Just just get it out of my face. Get it out of everyone else's face, because you're not moral if you hoard money, hoard resources while there's people starving in our own country. I'm not talking about in other countries. I am, but I'm not. I mean, there's plenty of poverty here in our own country. For Christ's sake, it is so immoral to hoard money and resources. I am not a religious person, but I do believe in the basic teachings of Jesus. I mean, they're only common sense. They're it's like help others, It's if when your cup spills over, give what's remaining. It's like if you have enough to survive, then help others survive. Those are basics. So if you don't believe in that type of morality, you're on the wrong channel and you should just go. I'm sorry. You're just not anyone I want to associate with. Aspirational is, to me, taking care of our world, taking care of the people in it, taking care of my kids, my grandkids, and making sure they have a life. I have 2 grandkids. I've encouraged all of my kids not to have kids. Between me and my husband, we have 6. And I never wanted to have kids. Back when I was a teenager, I told my mom that I would adopt. I didn't want to have my own kids. And it turned out that I just am immune to birth control. I tried every type and it didn't work. Ended up having 3 kids, but all my kids didn't have their own kids. All my husband's kids didn't have their own kids. My son got married to just got married to a gal that has two boys, 2 little boys, and I am just devastated at the world that they're gonna have to live in. It makes me sick. It makes me ill. But I just want to drive that point that being a billionaire is immoral. If you think it's moral to hoard money and resources while people are starving, you're not a Christian, you're not a humanitarian, you're just evil. There's something psychotic about someone that thinks like that. To have all that money, that power to do something good in the world and you don't. That's evil and immoral. So don't tell me it's aspirational unless you aspire to be immoral, because that's the way I look at it. Anyway, I have some more videos and that I want to make. I have a lot to say. Well, I'll see you in my next video. You guys, you have a good night and really think hard and long about that. We'll talk to you soon.